Welcome to Football Frenzy. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot lost his cool, but the returning Diogo Jota retained his with a clinical late equalizer to salvage a 2-2 draw at home to Fulham and extend the Premier League leaders' unbeaten run to 19 matches. Andy Robertson's first half red card saw the hosts play more than 80 minutes with 10 men, but backed by a fevered Anfield atmosphere, they made light of their numerical advantage. They were rewarded for their positive approach as Jota came off the bench after an 11-match injury absence to score in a dramatic finish. However, the performance of referee Tony Harrington tested the patience of the usually calm Slot, and his third booking of the season means he will serve a touchline ban at Tottenham next weekend. The Reds head coach had criticized the lack of energy in Tuesday's Champions League win in Girona, but after the sending off, his side raised the tempo in their game as they harried and hassled Fulham and were eventually rewarded with Cody Gakpo's equalizing diving header. Robertson had been culpable for Andreas Pereira's 11th-minute opener, and his attempt to recover from a poor touch succeeded only in bringing down Harry Wilson, which Harrington deemed to be a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity even though the ball had rolled to Raul Jimenez, who shot over. The Scotland captain had been at the center of the action for the short time he was on the field, as in only the second minute he was caught by a high boot by Issa Diop, who was only booked by Harrington, setting the tone for what was to follow. But he allowed Pereira to find space at the far post to volley Anthony Robinson's cross, which the left-back deflected past goalkeeper Alisson Becker for the first goal at Anfield in 7 hours and 20 minutes. However, his second mistake was even more costly. What followed was more chaos than Slot had witnessed in all of his previous 22 matches, as a short-lived switch to a back three, with midfielder Ryan Gravenberch dropping back, was quickly abandoned as Joe Gomez moved to left back and Trent Alexander-Arnold returned to his defensive position on the opposite flank. However, 2 minutes into the second half, Mohamed Salah cut in from the right and curled across to the far post, where Gakpo scored his 7th in 10 matches, with the Netherlands international then forcing Bernd Leno into a low save. Salah's customary instincts in front of goal deserted him when he drove wide in a 4-on-2 attack, and when Liverpool needed their star performer most, the Egypt international, who had given Robinson a testing time in the first half, was found wanting. That miss looked pivotal when substitute Rodrigo Muniz deflected and Robinson's cross 14 minutes from time, and after Harvey Elliott and Darwin Núñez both sent efforts wide. Jota proved his long injury layoff had dulled none of his predatory instincts by sending Leno the wrong way from the middle of the penalty area. Alisson's save from Adama Traoré safeguarded the point, and with Everton doing their neighbours a favour by drawing at Arsenal, Liverpool stretched their lead at the top to 5, with second-place Chelsea hosting Brentford on Sunday. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, thank you. Everton frustrated Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday afternoon. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta felt his side could have won 2 or 3-0 against Everton with the chances they created on Saturday afternoon, but was only left to express his frustration as the Toffees left North London with a point. The Gunners had the majority of possession and had 13 shots, 5 of which were on target, while also earning 8 corners. The Gunners have now failed to score from open play in their last 3 Premier League games, but Everton dealt well with the home side's threat from set pieces. The hosts' frustration was further amplified by the fact that 10-man Liverpool also dropped points on Saturday afternoon as they were held to a 2-2 draw by Fulham. Reflecting on the result, Arteta said afterwards, "I feel very disappointed not to win the game, because, obviously, if there's a team that deserved to win, there's only one, which is Arsenal. We gave nothing away. No shots conceded, dominated our play, not allowed them to run, no set pieces. High press. Excellent, we got them there. We generated the chances, but the last 20 meters was missing to score goals, which is what you have to do with all the dominance, because we have never been able to dominate it that way. But at the end you have to try to generate the highest winning probability. Now that you draw the game, you want more. Even if we win it, we always want more. But I cannot ask much more to the boys apart from putting the ball in the net." He continued, "I'm very disappointed because when you do what we've done today against them, you have to win the game, you know. But at the end, this is football. It's the hardest thing. Those last 20 to 25 meters to do what we have to do. Credit to them as well, how they block shots, Jordan Pickford for the saves that he's made, the way they defend, the desire that they defend with. But honestly, it's difficult to ask something else to the team. Individually, can we do things a little bit better and deliver more quality and deliver the magic moment? In that case, that is necessary. Yes, but that's something that is not easy. At the end you need the spark and you need to be precise. I mean, we had the chances. This could have been 2 or 3-0, and nobody's talking about it. The reality is 0-0, and they're not going to talk about all the incredible things that the team did in the game. I mean, certainly, it's not energy. When I see my team track back, it's unbelievable. Every 3 days, 70 meters, all the team is going there. So very difficult to ask them something else because they want it. Bayern Munich had been riding their luck and finally lost a game in toothless fashion against Mainz in a game marred with mistakes from players and officials alike. Bayern coach Vincent Kompany said that his team were not at their best. We played against a team with a lot of life and spirit, a team that was prepared to fight for every moment. I don't think there was a lack of fighting from our side. We did that as well, but we did it better in the past. We weren't at our best level today. This game is done. We'll use this defeat to build up fire in the next few days leading to Friday, Kompany said. The 38-year-old coach was also asked about the status of Harry Kane, who is out injured. Kompany said that Kane is doing well. He was touch and go for this game. So hopefully he'll be there for the next game. In my own opinion, I just wish Kompany knows what he is doing, because being a good footballer does not make you a good coach. Atalanta's bid for a first Serie A title continued on Saturday, with the club record 10th straight league win, 1-0 at Cagliari, which was followed by closest challengers Napoli staying on their heels with a 3-1 win at Udinese. Nicolo Zaniolo made sure Atalanta stayed top of Serie A this weekend with the goal which decided a hard-fought encounter in Sardinia. The Italy international forward stroking home the winner from Raul Bellanova's cutback in the 66th minute. Atalanta, who also struck the post through Ademola Lookman almost straight after Zaniolo's winner, only came away with all 3 points thanks to a brilliant performance between the sticks from Marco Carnesecchi. Goalkeeper Carnesecchi pulled off 3 sensational stops in the 6 minutes before the break and saved the win in stoppage time by keeping out Leonardo Pavoletti's header. A good chunk of this team, not everyone, needs to grow up a bit and get the same mentality as the core group of the squad, said Gasperini, whose decision to make 3 substitutions at halftime was a sign of his dissatisfaction. We're up there, but winning 10 matches in a row doesn't really mean anything. Zaniolo's strike was his 3rd of the season and a further sign of new life after a difficult last few years. The 25-year-old was once the rising star of Italian football after coming to prominence at Roma, where to serious knee injuries in 2020 stymied his development as a creative playmaker. He won the inaugural Europa Conference League with Roma in 2020 under Jose Mourinho, but fell out with the Portuguese coach and last year was packed off to Galatasaray, from where he was loaned to Atalanta in July. Gasperini later criticized Zaniolo for being booked while celebrating his goal, calling intolerable him whipping his shirt as it fired up the home crowd. Zaniolo did the same thing when netting against Roma earlier this month, enraging his former supporters with his behavior. We cannot afford that every time he scores a goal he fires up the crows and turns our advantage into a disadvantage, Gasperini told reporters. Napoli, missing injured Starkovic Kvaratskhelia, came back from a goal down to secure the 3 points at the Bluenergy Stadium where they sealed a historic 3rd league crown last year. Please, like, share and subscribe to my channel, thank you. Bellingham is unstoppable. England's star scores again but Carlo Ancelotti's side undone by defensive deficiencies. Player ratings Real Madrid. J. Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. Features. Rayo Vallecano vs Real Madrid. Rayo Vallecano, La Liga. Carlo Ancelotti's side were good going forward without Kylian Mbappé, only to be let down by mistakes at the back. Real Madrid lost a chance to go top of La Liga Saturday night, scrapping their way to a chaotic 3-3 draw with Rayo Vallecano. Jude Bellingham scored for the 5th straight game, but he alone couldn't redeem what was an otherwise forgettable defensive performance from Carlo Ancelotti's side, with the reigning La Liga champions conceding a trio of preventable goals. Los Blancos were poor for 40 minutes, and Rayo made them pay. They scored 2 nearly identical goals in the 4th and 36th minute, a ball to a far post and header back across Thibaut Courtois into the Madrid defense. But they soon responded. Federico Valverde bagged the first, smashing home from 30 yards out. Bellingham equalized in short order, darting towards goal to meet Rodrigo's angled cross with a fine header. Madrid might have won it when Rodrigo's deflected strike flew into the net shortly after the break. But Rayo had an answer, club veteran Issy Palazon providing a tidy finish after ghosting into the box unmarked. Madrid, in truth, never looked likely to get a winner. Vinicius Jr. offered attacking thrust, without much cutting edge. And although Los Blancos had the majority of the ball, concrete chances came few and far between. The Brazilian came closest, but could only sting the palms of the goalkeeper from a tight angle. A better luck next time. Thanks to all my subscribers and viewers. This is Football Frenzy.